Good evening, everyone. It's Julia from the Paper and Ink Boutique. I'm here at my home craft room. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a couple of weeks. I haven't been here. I was actually a little nervous to do this tonight because I haven't done it in a couple of weeks. But welcome. Tonight it is all about stencils. So welcome everyone. Yes, hello, welcome. So I do want to remind you that we do have a demo deal going on right now, and it is 25% off all stencils. The only stencils not included are the brand new Jofi ones that just released last week. But every other stencil is eligible for the discount. And if you know anything about me and the Paper and Ink Boutique, we have a lot of stencils. So yes. Okay. I'm going to switch over to my overhead camera and then let's get started. Okay. So let me just click a couple of buttons and we will make the change. Here we go. Let me just make sure that that's straight. Perfect. Gonna put that away. Actually, no, not yet, because I need to go to a different screen. Hang on. There we go. Hello, welcome everyone. So I grabbed some stencils. So these are 3 that I know we have in stock. But yeah, there's lots more. I don't know if any of my staff are watching or if you can tell me how many stencils we have, but we have a lot of stencils. But I grabbed these. So let's just start having some fun. So let me just move those out of the way. I'm going to be using some Dina Wakley Media mixed media tags. These are the size 8, so that's what I'm going to be using. Just going to grab a few out here so they're handy. Awesome. We're not going to start with stencils right away. I'm going to make some backgrounds. Hi, Caroline. How are you? Hello, everyone. Hi. Oh, lots of people join in. Hello. Okay, so I'm just going to make a couple of backgrounds first. And then we're going to start stenciling. And we're going to stencil with inks. We're going to stencil with stencil butter. That's another one of my favorites. Oh, my gosh. But let's just make a couple of backgrounds right now. I'm going to bring them in here. Look at these. Are these gorgeous? This is all 24 of my reinkers of the interference inks. And, you know, I have just been yammering on about these interference inks for weeks. And you know how much I love them. So I'm actually just going to grab out. Yeah, sure. This color looks good. And I'm just going to make a background with one of the reinkers. Need to shake it up because like some other hybrid inks, this one has a it's a dye pigment ink blend, and so it does separate. So I have to shake it, make sure it mixes up. Make sure all of that pigment is mixed in there. There is a roller ball in there. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a roller ball in there, and that helps you mix these inks up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some of that reinker on my craft mat. And you know what? Yeah, let's just do the one for right now. I'm going to add a bit of water. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, so I added a bit of water. I'm just going to go in and just make just a nice background right now. That's gorgeous. Look at that. So beautiful. I'm going to grab another tag and I'm going to do just one more. Is it Monday Night Live unless Julia has her fingers dirty? 400 different types of stencils. Holy macaroni. Dude, I will let you know that myself personally, I own more stencils than that. So I've been collecting stencils for a long time. Okay, I'm just going to dry these tags. Okay, just a couple quick backgrounds. I'm just going to let those air dry for a minute. I'm going to clean this up. I forgot to wet my crafty claws, so I'm going to have to use a baby wipe because my crafty claws are not handy right now. Perfect. So I've got a couple of purple backgrounds. If you're wondering what that was, it was Lavender Fields. That was Lavender Fields, Re-Anchor, Cloud 9, Lavender Fields. I'm going to do, just give me one moment. There's one other one I want to do. This one is Peacock Tails. So let me just do a background with this one, and then we'll get started. Hey, Paula, how are you? Hey, Monica. Okay, yeah, he just can't help himself, Monica. He just cannot stop working. But I can't really fault him for that because I am exactly the same, only he runs the numbers and I do all the crafty things. Neither of us really ever stop working. It's just the way it is when you're a small business owner. Okay, great. Okay, let's just smoosh a little bit of that down. So this one was, what did I say, Peacock Tails? Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh, these colors are amazing. Hello, Lynn. Hello. Yes, you're right, Glenn. This is our life, and we have no one to blame but ourselves. Oh my gosh, that's a gorgeous color. Okay, I've got some left, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the rest on this black just piece of paper I had, and look at the difference. That's purple on there. It's actually going to look a lot better once it's dry. I'm going to leave that there for a moment. I'm just trying to see what else I have in black. Got some scraps here, so I'm going to pick those up. Just in case any of you have no idea what I talk about when I'm talking about interference inks. Okay. Clean that up. Just going to give these a good dry, and then we will get going with the stencils. Okay, so let me just tell you, this is the Peacock Tails ink. So this is what it looks like on white, and this is what it looks like on black. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, I'm going to put these aside. We're not going to use these. I just want to use the tags. That one's pretty dry. That's good. Just need to dry these really quick. Okay, I'm just going to set these off to the side. So you've probably heard me say it before, how much I love stencils. I love them so much because you can do so much with them, and you can use them over and over and over and over and over and over again. I have some stencils that are 10 plus years old, and I still use them because I love them so much. Okay. So I love that. It's amazing. Stencils are life as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely love them. Okay, so I chose this one. This is a Crafter's Workshop. This one was designed by Julie Faye-Fan-Balzer, one of my favorite stencil designers. It is called Striped Triangles. I'm going to pull this one out. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, look at that one. Love it. Okay. Now here's another. This is a kind of a new favorite one. This is the mandala one from Minte. We have a lot of these. This one is gorgeous. Well, you know my love of mandalas. So if I see a mandala stamp, a mandala stencil, I just have to have it because I love it so much. And this one is the Stone Wall from Minted. Stone Wall. All gorgeous. I just need to wipe up this stray ink because I don't want to get it on. There we go. Okay. So if you have any questions about stencils, why I love stencils, I don't even remember when my love of stencils really started. I don't even really recall. I just remember buying them and just absolutely falling in love. Now, let me see. Do I want... Oh, okay. I think I'm going to ink and then we'll butter. Let's do that. Let me grab an ink down. I'm going to go for an oxide ink because if you didn't know this, the interference inks are shimmery. So see that? Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm going to use an oxide ink on top of that because the matte chalkiness of the distress inks will look really good against the shimmeriness of the interference inks, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. I am so obsessed with them. Okay, so let me choose. I think I'm going to choose, yeah, let's go with that one, Peacock Feathers. And I have pre-planned none of this. If any of you know anything, Julia does not pre-plan. Julia does not do that because I really like to fly by the seat of my pants. When I plan crafty things, that's usually when they don't work very well. Okay, let's just go ahead and put some oxide ink down through that stencil. I mean, shut up. Look at that. That is stunning. Oh my gosh, those colors. So this is Lavender Field Interference inks with Peacock Feathers Distress Oxide. I mean, oh my word, that is gorgeous. And that's probably one of the easiest things to do with a stencil is to blend ink through them. How fun and how exciting is that? Now, I want you to be aware when you have an ink, see this one? Or sorry, when you have a stencil and it has ink on it. Yeah, you could take a wipe and you can wipe away that ink, but why would you? Why would you wipe away all that gorgeous ink? Because what you can do, I'm just going to grab another stencil here. No, actually, let's grab this one. Let's do that. So this one with peacock tails, I'm actually going to wet this stencil and we're going to lay it on top of this. Now, the interference inks, just like your distress inks and your distress oxides, are water reactive. So if I add water to this ink and lay it down on this, guess what's going to happen? This ink is going to react. Okay, so off camera, I'm just going to lightly mist this stencil, the ink side up. I'm going to ink that, or I'm going to wet that ink. There we go. So you can see that ink on there, nice and wet. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to lay it down on that stencil. And I'm just going to take my paper towel roll and I'm just going to roll it back and forth. You need to let your stencil, when it's wet like this, you need to let it sit on that tag for a few seconds because you need to let things react, right? So it's always good to just give it a few seconds. Now I'm going to peel up and look at that. Now that is fun. That is fun. Let me just dry that. There we go. Subtle but fun. We're going to come back to this. We're going to do something else with that. Yeah, this is a really cool stencil. I haven't used this one. It is called, hang on, packaging is right here. It is called Striped Triangles 6x6 Stencil, Crafter's Workshop. Look, designed by that beautiful lady right there, Julie Fafen-Belzer. And don't forget, stencils 25% off today and tomorrow. I'm just going to wipe that really quick. I'm going to throw it behind me here to dry because I'll probably end up using it in a little while. Let's throw that there. Okay, I am literally obsessed with that. I can't stop looking at it. It's gorgeous. Okay, so let's bring this one back in. Now, stencil. This is the mandala stencil from Minte. And I'm going to use, I'm going to use a different color. I want to use something neutral for the mandala because I don't want it to compete. Let me see. Lost Shadow. I just want to use something really kind of subtle for this one. Set that aside. Okay, again, let me grab a brush here from my multitude of brushes. Where's my grays? Here we go. Okay. And I always tell people, don't feel any obligation to use the entire stencil. Sometimes I do. It depends on the project. But when I'm doing something like this, I just like to just add part of it because look how cool that is. Look, the gorgeousness and the lines of the mandala with these sharp lines of the triangles. Look how beautiful that is. Ugh, love it. Let me set that aside. I'm not sure I'm going to do anything else with that, but I still have some of the Lost Shadow ink on there. But you know what? It's not nearly dark enough for what I want. Let's go back to, I'm just going to go back to my inks here. Give me a second. Black soot seems like it might be just a wee bit harsh. So let's go with a purple. I'm going to go with Wilted Violet, not with that brush though. I'll go to my purple brush. Here we go. Oh yeah, just a nice edge on that one. Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, that is stunning. Love this color combination, the turquoise and the purple with just a hint of the gray. Stunning. There we go. Look how beautiful that is. Love that. Okay. I'm going to bring this one back in. Let me wipe up this ink really quick. I'm loving that. Okay, let me just set that one aside. So this one, if you remember, I dipped and smooshed my tag in the Peacock Tails Interference Ink Re-Inker. Stencils is an easy way, is way too easy on you. I think we need to do a craft roulette idea one Monday. I don't understand what that means. We already do Monday Night Live surprise. That stresses me out enough. I don't know about craft roulette. I don't know. That seems kind of terrifying, actually, now that you said it out loud. Okay. Well, the reason why I chose stencils is because I had to choose it really fast because last week was so crazy, and I didn't really give myself a lot of time to do it. So I just kind of said, let's do stencils. And Brianna said, okay, stencils it is. So here we are. Okay, so I'm going to take this tag. I'm going to use this stencil again. This is that mandala stencil. I'm going to use some stencil butters now through the stencil. And let's choose, I'm going to choose some fun colors. Look at that. That's gorgeous. It really helps that I love stencils. It really does. Oh, look at that one, contaminated. It really does help. And I have loved stencils for so long. I'm going to take my stencil butter spreader, and look at that. It is perfectly the correct size for this. So I'm going to lay it this way. Here we go. And what I'm going to do, let me grab a spatula. I'm going to put some yellow sunshine in the middle. I'm going to put some of this on, which one's this? Fuchsia, there. Clean off my spatula. There we go. And this one is turquoise. I have not planned any of this, by the way. I think I mentioned this. Okay. Before I get started, I'm just going to close these up because I need to keep as much air out of my stencil butters as possible. Okay. What does that mean, craft roulette? Like, do you have like a board and you spin it and then you're just like, I think there is a craft roulette Facebook page, if I remember correctly. Okay, so I'm going to take this. See that? I've got my 3 stencil butters there. I'm going to start on one side. I'm going to pull it across. Oh my word. Oh. Look at how pretty that is. I'm just cleaning up the edges. Look how pretty that is. Oh my word. Why do I not use this stencil more? Love it. Okay, I'm just going to clean that up really quick. But what I want to do, let me bring in another. I'm just going to bring in just a clean tag because I need to clean this off. I'm just going to scrape that across there. And do you know what this would be good for? Once it's dry, I've got some, I think I just wiped stencil butter on top of my eyeball. That was really dumb. After this dries, I've got some sentiment dies. So you can imagine how gorgeous this would be with the sentiment die cut out. Yeah, stunning, right? Okay, so didn't use a stencil on that one, but it's still gorgeous nonetheless. And I still have stencil butter on here. So I'm actually just going to just gently scrape. And although I really like this one, I'm just going to scrape just a little bit on the edge. Just look how stunning that is. Oh my gosh. Look, I just can't get enough. Look at that. Oh, you know what? I think I do remember Murray saying something about doing some sort of craft roulette thing. And I think I told her I was going to tune in and then I forgot. I need to go look at that. Anyone want to nominate me to do craft roulette? I think that'd be a hoot. I really do. I think that would be fun. Oh, geez. Clean this up. I'm trying to clean this up and it feels like I'm making a bigger mess. This is the brand new butter spreader from the Crafters Workshop. We had them in stock at Scrapaganza and sold out. We have one of them left. Oh, yeah, there you go. And I love this. And it's actually 6 inches across. So for the 6x6 stencils from the Crafters Workshop, it is amazing. Oh, I messed it. I'm going to let it sit there. Okay. So again, see, look at the stencil butter. I'm not going to waste the butter. Okay, so I just put some water on that and I am going to lay that down. Again, let's take our paper towel. I'm just going to kind of roll that back and forth. The triangle stencil, hang on, is called Striped Triangles, and it's from the Crafters Workshop. You know, you're actually right. It would actually look pretty good for Christmas. It would look like trees. And there we go. So that was spraying the stencil with water and then laying the stencil down. So I've actually transferred the stencil butter from the stencil onto another tag. Definitely going to wipe this up. You don't want to let any texture paste stencil butters dry on your stencil. Although they are water reactive, it just, once they dry, you're just for a world of hurt if you let your paste or butters dry on your stencil. Turquoise is what that one is. Turquoise. It's a gorgeous color. Okay, let's set that one aside. I'm just going to grab this. Am I going to use gamboge? If Ken Oliver was here, I would totally use gamboge. Look how fun that is, though. Look how fun that is. And that was a transfer. That wasn't even the original one. Look at, that's the original one, which is absolutely stunning. I need to put that one away because that one is gorgeous. So it's going over there so I don't muck it up anymore. So I did put a little bit of leftover butter on this tag. Just going to move this one out of the way so I don't smoosh it by accident. Let's do, where did my third stencil go? Oh, here we go. Now this one's really cool. This one is Stone Wall, I think it's called. Yep, Stone Wall. And this is a Minte one. Minte is coming out with some fantastic stencils, let me just say. I just saw their new release, and let me just say, you are not going to be disappointed. What is gamboge, Nancy? Do I have gamboge here? I don't even know if I have gamboge. I might not have grabbed it out, or I used it all up because I love it so much. Okay, I'm actually going to put that tag away. We're going to start with a new tag. I've got tags all over my floor now. Let's go with a new tag. Here we go. Let me grab out. You know, this is kind of like craft roulette because I'm not really planning anything. I just opened up my little tickle trunk full of Cloud 9 interference ray anchors and didn't even look at the color, just grabbed it out. Still don't know what it is. Haven't looked at it. Let's look. Which one did I pick? Opal Blush. Oh, yeah, that's a good color. One thing with them is you always have to shake them up because they are a pigment dye ink. But let's do another. I'm actually going to find the ink pad. Oh, look at that. Second from the top. Like it was meant to be. Okay, there we go. So let's put my spray bottle. Here it is. A little bit of water, does not take much. Oh my word. I've used these interference inks so much and I still gasp at their gorgeousness. I just can't help myself because they are so stunning. Look at that. Okay, let me just dry this quick. I think that's dry enough. It may not be completely dry, but it's dry enough for Julia. Oh, that's stunning. I love it. There we go. So let's use, so that was the Opal blush. The Opal blush re-anchor. Now I'm going to use the Opal blush pad. So the same color. Let me grab a clean brush here. Here we go. I just re-inked these two, so they're probably super juicy. Yep, they're juicy, all right. Oh, wow. That is gorge. Absolutely gorgeous. Stunning. Lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. This stencil, silly question. What do I need to do so that you see who I am on commenting? Okay, so yeah, I get that question a lot. So before you actually join the live, if you look at the post, it'll have a link. So after my little blurby, join me for Monday Night Live, blah, 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 you keep posting down and it'll say, please give StreamYard permission to show my name to the host. And you click on that and then it will allow me to see your name. But you have to do that before it starts. I don't think it works after once we've started, I don't think. But look how gorgeous that is. Look at the shimmery. Oh, I love it. So gorgeous. Okay, because I can't help myself, let's just grab another one. So I've got some ink on there, and you know me, cannot waste the ink. Now, one thing that I haven't done, which it's not a technique I use a lot, but sometimes it depends on the stencil. I shouldn't be doing it with my hand. Did you know that you can emboss your stencils with your die cut machine? Hi from Oklahoma. Well, hello, Oklahoma. How you doing down there? Did you know that you can emboss with your stencils? Unfortunately, I don't have the pad here tonight to use with my machine because it's at the store. I didn't think about it till just now. But yeah, you can emboss with your stencils. You need the embossing pad for your particular machine. It's usually a soft pad. But yeah, you can emboss with your stencils, which is another really cool technique. Not one that I do a whole lot, but like I said, it depends on the stencil. Now let me just take a quick peek because now that I said it out loud, maybe I do have. Oh, well, looky here. Look, I've got that pad. Let me grab my platinum machine. And how about we emboss the stencil, shall we? Now, I haven't done it in a long time, so I might need to work on my my sandwiches, but let's try. Okay, let's try here. Here we go. Let's try it with this one. Do I do it with this one? And my paper. I need a tag. A clean tag. And this, what else does it say I need? And an embossing plate, which I have. I haven't done this in a long time, so hopefully this works. There we go. So I just took that stencil and embossed my paper. Yeah, I embossed my paper with a stencil. I mean, seriously, stencils are the best thing ever. So I'm using the Platinum 6. I'm using the Platinum 6. So let me just go over what my sandwich was. So I've got your regular platform. Yep. I've got the embossing pad. So this is the squishy one. And then the embossing plate. I did not spritz it with, I did not, no. I didn't because it's not 3D enough. It's very thin, right? But look how gorgeous that is. Okay, well now I need to do something with that because it's absolutely stunning. And can we just give Julie a cheers that worked the first time? Because that never happens. Okay, let me grab an ink. This is Wilted Violet. Just going to just gently go over this. Yeah, when I do something off script and just kind of wing it, which let's get real, I wing it all the time. But oh, that's too bright. Look at that. Okay, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. So, okay, let's just count down the things you can do with a stencil. And I'm not even going to give you the full list of things I've done with a stencil, but you can take them, you can put paste through them. I use stencil butters, but you can use, Dana, which stencil are we talking about? You know what, Dana? I'm just going to tell you all of the stencils. Okay, so Stone Wall, which I don't know what I did with. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this one was Stone Wall by Minte. Yeah, it's called Stone Wall. It's gorgeous. Love it. And I'm just going to tell you. Oh, Carolyn, I don't know if I can count that high. At last count, I had over 500 stencils. But don't tell Glenn. I can see Glenn's face. You can't see Glenn's face, but I can see Glenn's face, and he's just rolling his eyes. Aren't you, Glenn? Yeah, I can see you. Okay, so Stonewall, this one I use, and all of this, he already knows. I don't really make, I don't really hide it. Striped triangles, and all of these we have in stock. I made sure everything I was using I had in stock. So striped triangles, which somebody brought up, would look really good on a background. It would look like Christmas trees, and you're absolutely right. So striped triangles, that was from the Crafters Workshop. And then the mandala one I was using was from Minte. And that is the one that I embossed. So I've inked that, but I'm going to grab an interference ink here because I would like to, this one is Regal Gray. So if you're, the name of the yellow butter was Sunshine. Yeah. So if you're not familiar with the interference inks, when you're looking at them, this is the color they look like on white paper, and this is the color they look like on black paper. And then you can ink other colors in between, and they'll just have a different hue. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to very gently, because Julia is not known for her light hand, and I am just going to just gently just go over that because I just want the embossing to pick that up. But look how gorgeous that is. Oh. Now, my favorite one to do edges, I'm trying to find it here. Here it is, Charcoal Gold. I believe we just restocked this one. I don't know if it's still in stock, but I love this one, Charcoal Gold. Very cool. So I'm going to just lay that on there. I'm just going to spray a little water. And I'm just going to run my tag, the edge through it, so you can see what I've done there. I've just run it through the edge, and it just gives you this really gorgeous kind of gray gold edge, and it's stunning. Just look at that edging. Isn't that gorgeous? In some areas, it looks gray, almost like a black gray. You know what? I don't think I have, but I have some craft cardstock here. I know Jennifer Yoland, I don't know if she's here, but she posted in the interference group, in the interference group, in the inspiration group, and I'm trying to remember the color she used. And she did it on several different colors, and it was amazing. So just look at the edge on that. It almost looks like you've gilded the edge with gold flaking, but it's an ink. I mean, it's stunning. It is absolutely stunning. So the charcoal gold is my favorite for edging. I just absolutely love it. Okay, now someone was asking me about craft. I have got some craft paper here. Actually, part of my journal that I ended up using for something else. So let me just cut a piece. I so far have just been doing black and white just to show the extreme colors. I haven't really had time to do anything in between, but that's what that one looks like on craft. Oh, Jennifer, you are here. Yeah, Jennifer, your post in the inspiration group, I have shown to so many people because you did, and for the life of me, I don't know what color you had, but you did it on white, black. I think you used it on some orange, some red, and it was amazing. I could not stop looking at it. And then you die cut all of those leaves out of it, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So this is what charcoal gold looks on craft. So if I'm looking at this, the gray part of the ink, so this part almost looks slightly green, like a bit of a patina to it. The gold is there. The gold has not changed, but the gray looks slightly greenish. Yeah. So it does make a difference on the color of paper that you use. Now I don't have any other cardstock around me, but yeah, if you have an interference ink, just do what Jennifer did. Just cut, like use scraps or whatever you have and just ink and just experiment, because I cannot tell you how much I love this interference inks. When oxides came out, I literally lost my mind and got every single color. When these came out, literally lost my mind and bought every single color because they are so amazing. And I love how these work together. I love how oxides work with these. They're both a dye pigment blend. Are we supposed to be talking about stencils? Because now I'm talking about inks. They're both a dye pigment blend. This one dries chalky and matte. This one is shimmery and stunning and absolutely gorgeous. So you can imagine using the two of these together. Oh, Golden Sun. Yes. Do you know what? Let me grab a tag. Let's just use that color because that is a stunning color. Hang on. I've got it right here in my little tickle trunk of colors here. Somewhere is Golden Sun. You know, maybe I should have put these in alphabetical order. Oh, there we are. Golden Sun. And now I need a tag. I just love how you can have one ink pad and just get such different colors with it. I just love it. Golden Sun. Stunning. Stunning. I know people tell me, it's like, well, I can't get all 24. And I'm like, I don't need you to get all 24. Pick your favorite color and love on it. That's what Jennifer did. She chose this color combination here. So this is what it looks like on white. And then you go through the colors and this is what it looks like on black. We have, I know this doesn't help our online people, but at the store and when we go to events, we actually have a swatch that we bring with us. And on one side, it's the white color, and on one side, it's the black, and we write the color on it so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so shake this up. I have used these so much. When these came in, I bought all the reinkers and like half the bottle is gone because my inks have been used so much. Okay, there we go. And you can see I'm not using a heck of a lot of ink. Like that's nothing. Okay, let's give that a bit of a spray of water. And look at that color. Look at that color. I don't demo them every day. Come on. Who is that? Glenn, are you over exaggerating again? Come on. I'm not every day. I might talk about them every day, but I love them so much. Okay, I'm going to wipe this up. And now I'm going to take, because obviously this is my favorite stencil. Yeah, only every second day. Okay, so let's do the ink on top of this one. Okay, so let's recap. What can you do with stencils? Well, my question to you is, what can't you do? Oh, that is really inky. Let me tap some of that off because holy moly. Like I said, juicy. These are juicy. Let me get out some of the ink on here. Put some golden sun on this craft, see what it looks like. So there's the golden sun on craft. So it almost, if I was to look at it, it almost turns into like this, like almost like a brownie orange color, which is absolutely stunning. Yeah, because the craft, these are, even though they've got a pigment in them, they are quite translucent. So the color underneath is going to show through. That's why you get this whole variety of colors. So on the craft, you've got the brown mixing with the orange, and now it's giving me kind of like this really beautiful rustic orange color. Just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so let's... Oh, good. I got enough ink off this. I'm not going to smudge anything, I don't think. Look how gorgeous that is. I mean, get out. I mean, these inks, I tell you, blow my mind. Every single time I use them, they blow my mind. I have got ink everywhere. That's going to need to be washed. Let me put that away. Just going to spray my stencil with a bit of water. We're going to lay it on this tag. Okay, so let's recap before I let you get on with your evening. What can you do with stencils? You can ink through them. You can put pastes. You can put, hang on, I've got some other samples here that I did before. You can put stencil butters through them. This is one I did in another class. This one is ink and stencil butter. Look how gorgeous that is. You can put, and I don't know if it's still sticky. It actually is still sticky. I put, can you see the stars there? That is tacky when dry. I put some tacky when dry through there so I can apply some. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. So inks, sprays. Thank you, Paper and Ink Boutique. Inks, sprays, texture paste, butters. You can emboss with your stencil. You can Not this particular one, but what else I've done with stencils is I've actually traced them. This one's a little bit small, but I do have another mandala stencil that I've had for a while, and I have traced it and then colored it in. So you can trace your stencils, probably something with a little bit bigger than this. Yeah, you can actually put paint through stencils as well. You can brayer over top of them. You can use them with your gel press. I use my stencils for everything: scrapbooking, card making, art journal. There is just no end. If you have the imagination, yes, embossing. Yes, the gel plate. I love using them with my gel plate. You can do them with embossing. You can put your embossing ink through them. I got a few more minutes. Let's try that. Let's just grab out some embossing ink. And what else should we do? Do I have a clear embossing powder? If I had a clear embossing powder, that would be awesome. But I don't see a clear embossing powder here. No, I don't have a clear embossing powder, which makes me sad. I need to get one. No. Okay, but let's use a distress. Let's use... Uh-oh, we're opening another can of worms here. Okay, I actually have a dedicated brush to embossing. Yes, tracing stencils is a really great technique. Okay, so let me... I don't have a tag with just a background, so give me a moment. Let's just create a background with this one. Oops, 2 tags. Let's see. What are the re-anchor? Let's just go into the tickle trunk and pull one out. Lemon candy? No, I don't want to use lemon candy. Okay, let's do this one. Pink champagne. Hang on, I'm going to do one more demo with you with embossing. Okay. Yeah, I may know a store I can get some clear embossing powder at. I'm sure I have some clear embossing powder over here. They're just not with the rest of my embossing powders. Okay, so let's just do a quick background. I'm just going to take my finger. I just want to spread that out. There we go. Good enough. Okay, I don't even care that it's not even colored all over. Just need to dry it. This color is pink champagne. One thing that I have not yet tried to do with these is to put them in a mini mister with some water and make sprays out of them. I'm sure they would look gorgeous. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. Okay, there we go. That feels pretty dry. Just going to take some of my anti-static, put that on there. Here we go. Is this dry? This feels pretty dry. I'm not going to use the entire stencil. I just want to do portions. Hopefully I've got enough ink on there. Yep, I can see that. Awesome. Let me grab a piece of paper. Going to take some Distress Glaze. Don't worry, I'm not planning on putting these back in. I do have an empty bottle here that I'll probably put these colors in. My goodness, why am I struggling? There we go. Ooh, I like that even without. I like that even without making that shiny. I'm going to put this aside and put that in my extra bottle. Oh, that's gorgeous. Let's give this a heat. Now, if you know anything about embossing powders, or sorry, embossing glazes, they are translucent once you heat them. And look how pretty that is. I love the embossing glazes because whatever you put them over, whatever ink is underneath, is going to change the look of the ink, of the embossing glaze. So, I mean, look how many different gorgeous colors we have in there. That is stunning. Oh, that's gorgeous. So there you go. We have also done embossing. Isn't that stunning? I am loving it. I still have some. I think this was the, oh no, maybe not. I'm trying to remember if that was the charcoal gold. But look at that. Isn't that stunning? They are going to be great for Christmas. Absolutely. Absolutely. But look at that. All of the fun things that we did with not that many products, really. I mean, we've used inks. We've used stencil butters. We've used embossing powders. Bring that in. Where's my other one? Here we go. Now this one, I actually kind of smooshed it down here, but I'm going to show you something that one of my favorite things to do with stencil butters is to bubble your butter. So that means you take heat to it. Look at the bubbles. I'm going to have to remake this again because I smooshed it right there. But bubble your butter, people. And the longer I let this dry for, I don't know, maybe about 30 minutes, and you get the really tiny bubbles. But if you do it right away, you get kind of like these bigger bubbles. But because this is such a small stencil, letting it dry gives you this really great, and it feels really cool too. I love it. There you go. Okay, let me switch over to my front camera. Just a second. We'll wrap up. Hang on. Need to switch. There we go. Did you have fun? I know I had fun, and I hope you had fun too, trying all these fantastic things with stencils. So yeah, like I said, if you have stencils, get them out, play with them. Get out all of your inks, your paste, crackle paste through a stencil looks stunning. Try embossing them with your machines because that is also stunning. So I love stencils just because of how versatile they are, how many different things you can do with them, and you can use them to create so many different projects. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's demo. Don't forget the demo deal is for today and tomorrow, 25% off stencils. And yeah, I had fun. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, everyone. Have a great evening. I'll be back at the store tomorrow. So if you're in the city, come by and say hi. Bye. Have a great night.